everything is energy. Everything is a vibration. You probably heard the terms, right? I'm in a high vibe, you're low vibe. Do you pass the vibe check, right? Because everything is energy, and we need to be transparent about this right now more than ever. You probably know the common things that are lowering your vibe, right? Alcohol, meat products, dairy, these types of things. Obviously McDonald's, and you can't get away with these dependencies, right, that are keeping you attached to that temporary thing, because that's not a high vibe, right? A high vibe is something sustainable. A high vibe is where you wake up in the morning, you don't need the coffee, you're just exploding with love and light, and there's nothing that can stop you. Okay, so when you have this false sense of a high vibe or a false sense of energy or upliftment, right, from a dependency, that is only going to be a Band-Aid, and that's only going to create what I call the slingshot effect, right? Because you're building it up, you're climbing the mountain, and then it comes all crashing down, right? Or it slingshots back right where you started, or sometimes even worse. So this is the number one thing through all of it, okay, that you really have to boil it down to when it comes to thinking about a lower or higher vibration and how to really increase your energy and how to really live a spiritual life. Okay, this all comes from a selfless service, right? It all comes from oneness and a place of non-judgment, meaning whatever's happening politically, right? Environmentally, whatever your opinion is, whatever your belief is, if you are truly confident, if you are truly rooted in that belief, you wouldn't even have to share it with anybody. Right? You wouldn't even have to have an opinion that needed to be spread about it, because you are so confident and you are so trusting in that vision or in that manifestation that it is already happened. You see, the other version, which I see, mostly on social media, most people through this internet, culture, this digital age that we have now entered, okay, is this entitlement or this expectation of 24/7 opinion and belief validation, right? Like, oh, you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way. And I see this times 10, times 1,000, honestly, in the spiritual community. This is creating the division. This is creating the separation. This is creating all of the problems that spirituality was meant to resolve. So think about this. Think about what you're doing. Think about what you're posting on social media. Think about who you're talking about, in your friends and your family circle. Think about who and why all of this is happening, right? And it comes down to your energy, right? So if you're coming from a place of judgment, which basically means telling anybody what to do or eat, drink, participate in or not participate in, right? Anything of any kind. This is coming from a place of judgment and conditional love, which is the duality and separation matrix world. The other option is the 5D, the oneness, which is loving people where they're at no matter what. I'll even take it up a notch and say, whatever you're going to do in the future and whatever you did in the past, I still love you. You see, because I know that the soul, the Atman, we're just us. You're just another version of me. We're all just doing this dance together. You're just in drag in a different meat suit, right? And at that soul level, we're the same. So why would I judge you? Why would I put any opinion or anything that is separate or creating division against you when I know that we are one? This is the real solution that has always been the solution that every saint, every religious person has always talked about. And yet we complicate it, and the mind wants to fool us and trick us. And then you put a post on social media, and now there's a number next to it, right? Therefore, your logical brain kicks in and goes, wow, this thing's got 1 million likes and 1,000 shares and 1 billion views. It's got to be true. Wow, this has got to be fact. And there's so many people that believe in it. Therefore, now I believe in it without doing my own due diligence, without thinking outside the box, without going into my own higher self, my own inner intelligence. This has nothing to do with the internet. This has nothing to do with the outside world. And this is what we are being deprived of every single day as we enter this digital age, as this conquering of our consciousness, this battlefield, this war continues to happen. Now I'm laughing because it's like, it's inevitable that this war is going to happen. And these little battles are just battles. And then at the end of the day, we've already won the war. So there's actually nothing to worry about. And at the same time, we have to talk about it and spread awareness, because I see so many people falling for the trap. So many people falling deeper and deeper into the comparing and judging and duality instead of getting into the oneness and the love and the light. It's just that simple. So keep going on your path and know that there are other people living in 5D, loving life, spreading the love, spreading the light, no matter what. Right? No matter what action or political event or what mandate or what this or that, doesn't matter. Biden is this one. Trump was the last one. Doesn't matter what the next one is, right? Doesn't matter. Guess what? The sun is shining. Life will continue to live. There are infinite dimensions and galaxies that are playing out this same ratio in a completely different way. And yet here you and I are just dancing, loving it. You see? It's all good, baby. There's really nothing to worry about. There's nothing to really get all riled up about. The mind is going to create this over and over again because that's what the monkey mind does. And the solution is the heart. You know it is. You felt it. Shout out to everybody right now expanding their cup, experiencing that oneness, experiencing that love and light energy, going deeper in tune with that energy, because that is the real solution and will always be the solution. And I know it's tough. You know, I know you're getting confronted with friends, family members, people, trolls, internet trolls, all right, whatever. And it's always going to be the same. So dig deep here, expand your cup, get into that infinite energy, get into that place where you know you are unstoppable. You know you are immortal. You know nothing can shake you, because that's the level where we all need to be. Be that bridge, be that portal, be that opportunity for the next soul to experience that same type of energy, because that's what it takes right now. It's not about you and I. It's not about the chosen ones anymore. It's not about any of this. It's about going all in for 5D as an expansive, infinite consciousness manifesting right here, right now. This is the multiverse. It's happening. Haven't you noticed, like through Hollywood, right? Through, Loki, or through these, shows that are happening, on TV, Disney even, talking about soul, talking about consciousness, talking about different bodies and dimensions. Like, all of this is not a coincidence, right? Really think about this. Doesn't matter whether you're into conspiracies or what belief you have. I'm just saying that all of this is happening for a reason. All of it. There are no coincidences. There are no accidents. All right? As soon as you start, like, really seeing this web, right? That's like gluing all of this together, this sacred geometry, this, map that is keeping us all together. Once you figure that out as a schematic and really go for it, that's when it becomes easier. Otherwise, you're going to question everything, and you're going to be in that place of separateness, which comes from the left hemisphere. So know that all of this is happening for a reason. You're here, you're listening to this for a reason, you're watching for a reason. And it all comes down to the love. It all comes down to us, everybody, the oneness, activating right here in 5D New Earth. Shout out to the Inner Circle members. Shout out to everybody on the Patreon page. I love each and every one of you. Until next time, guys, I'm out.